Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. This is the fourth episode for our Ramzan series. Today's recipe is Dayhi Baray and this is all from scratch. So you will be taking around 2 to 2.5 cups of mash dal. This is also called urad dal, and I will be telling you the portions for the ingredients as we go. So first thing first, you will have to soak the dal overnight, and um, you don't need to wash it the night before, just soak it in water, and the next day wash it out before you grind it. And when you're grinding it, you will need garlic inside for taste. So I actually used around 3 cloves of garlic, and I didn't show you the whole process of grinding it, but you need to throw a little bit of water in while you're grinding it, so it's not, so of course you don't burn out your food processor. Now once all the dal is grinded, you put in 2 to 3 tablespoons of, 2 to 3 big spoons, like the serving spoons of chickpea flour, also known as besan, and then 1 teaspoon of salt. Now, you'll also put baking soda, that is around a half, or 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Now, all you got to do is just make sure that all these ingredients are fully mixed. The consistency for this should be very pasty. It should be like a thick paste. If you add extra water, then it'll be too liquidy and it won't end up becoming a circle, and you want it to look like a circle. And once everything's incorporated, just let it rest for 30 minutes before frying them. Now, when you are putting them in oil, make sure the oil is not too hot that it burns it right away, but it is medium. So when you heat it, make sure it's medium to high heat, and throw in a little bit before. So as you can see, the first one that I put in is not really circular, it's just whatever, because I wanted to just check the oil. So when I saw that was frying more, I started throwing in the rest. Now, if you do use a piping bag, you are not going to get circles. You will end up getting long strips. Believe me, I tried it and I had a lot of fun with it too. So if you don't mind your Dayhi Baray looking like little like snakies, um, snaky baray or something like that, um, go crazy. Go ahead and make it with piping bags. But the best way to do it, especially if it's more on the liquidy side, then is just to dollop them into the oil. Now, if yours is more pasty than liquidy, it'll be easier to make it into a ball shape in your hand and then put it in. Now, once you have all these in the oil, you just need to make sure that you fry them nicely. So once you will be aiming for not dark brown, but like a nice golden brown color. Remember to make sure that your oil is not too hot, because then your baree won't be cooked evenly, and you need to keep on turning them every few seconds. I actually did it on like a 5 to 6 minute interval, and it kept on going. Second interval. I did end up making a lot of this, so what I did was that I froze most of them. You don't need to set them out on a tray or anything like that. You can just put them in a bag, put it straight in the freezer, and whenever you want to make them, and just take a few out. Now, the way to do this is that once you take it out of the freezer, or even if you want to make it fresh right away, you need to boil water. Make sure the water is boiling when you put it in. Very, very hot. And you throw in your baree, and you let the baree just soak up the water, the nice hot water. Make sure your flame is still on when you are doing this part, and just keep on pressing it down. So if you have water, I did end up turning off the flame towards the end, but if you fill up the water like all the way. Over here I only filled it up halfway, but if you do fill it up halfway, you don't need to keep on pressing it because it'll just soak it up by itself. But I was pressing it down just so I can make sure the water was getting soaked in. And then once you feel like it was soaked enough, you take it, and I would put it to the side, let it cool down a bit before you make the yogurt mix. Now the reason why this is so important is because these Dayhi Baray, they drink up water. So if you put yogurt in it, you're going to keep on putting yogurt over and over and over again, because this is just going to drink up all the yogurt. Now on the side, what I did was for the yogurt mix, I used 2.5 cups. So right now I'm actually using a 2.5 cup measuring cup, and I used sorry, 1.5, I think. Yes, 1.5 cups, and I added around a half cup of water as well. Really mix it in, and you will need around half a teaspoon of water. I didn't use a measuring spoon here. I just eyeballed it, so it's around half a teaspoon. And once just throw that in, mix it up really nicely. You will need veggies. Now there are two options over here. You could either cut up the veggies and put the veggies into the yogurt, or you could throw the veggies on top after you put the butter in. But my husband likes the veggies inside the yogurt, so that's why I put my veggies inside the yogurt. Now once you have your veggies inside, you just mix it up and then put it inside put it with the Dayhi Baray. So I wanted to show you guys the Dayhi Baray that I made with the piping bag. They look really squiggly and everything. My kids had a pretty laugh at it. They loved it too, because Dayhi Baray, they taste really good right out of the fry pan as well. So they ate it just like that, the little squiggly lines. But yeah, so all you have to do is just throw the yogurt on top and kind of flip the Dayhi Baray over so both sides get coated with yogurt. Next step is that either you could throw some more veggies on top or just chaat masala. Now, this stuff, it doesn't smell all that pretty, but it tastes really, really, really good with chaat masala. This is something extra. This is not, you don't need to do it, but this is imli chutney, and I love imli chutney with Dayhi Baray. So I will have a video. The next episode, inshallah, will be the video for imli chutney. So make sure you guys put the bell icon on and wait for the next video.